I have been wanting to review this movie for the past. I'm gonna have to start dating these damn pamphlets. All I put down is just like the headline and what I need to say. I need to start dating these because even though I write these review pamphlets down, I don't get to these reviews until later because I have a lot of shit to cover. Like everything behind me proves it. We're going to be reviewing Companion. Companion is a 2025 American science fiction thriller film directed by Drew Hancock. I need to look at more of his projects because he sounds familiar. A weekend getaway at a remote cabin turns to chaos when it's revealed that one of the guests of subservient android built for human companionship has gone haywire. Guys, watch this movie. Watch Companion. I have been recommending this movie to a lot of people. I've been recommending this movie to most of my family members. I recommended this movie to a few of my friends. One of them don't even watch movies to begin with. They mostly just watch anime and hentai. And I even told him to watch Companion. Even he enjoyed it. What kind of friends I got, right? But anyway, sorry to put you on blast like that, buddy. You a big fan of my channel. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, you told me to shout you out. But anyway, Companion is a damn good film. I have not seen in a science fiction film when it comes to Android and activity like this since Ex Machina. And that movie was great. That movie was great. Companion is really like you really can't compare them to just by what it's based on. But what I liked about Companion is that they try to mixture drama and a love synopsis to a pinch of horror and a pinch of and a pinch of thrill and basically like a film of just choosing which side to be on when it comes to believing humans and believing machines. And what I liked about this film more too is the fact that this film wanted to focus on just android activity, trying to understand human activity. How can they feel? How can they have emotion? And they explain that pretty well here, especially when it comes to the execution of how things end up being taken place. The movie picks up at a very, very fast pace as we are introduced to the android herself, which is Iris, that is played by Sophie Thatcher. I have not seen her since The Heretic. I love Sophie. I like her character, and I think she's getting to the point now where they're beginning to use her in ways where they're trying to push the envelope of her acting ability. And I think Companion is one of the best films that she's ever played on. She acted her fucking ass off as this android that can rehabilitate being a robot and trying to understand human behavior. There was even times where she wasn't even aware of just how she was comprehending her own emotions towards other humans, and which is where she ends up meeting her soulmate, Jack Quaid's character, which is what's his name of his character, Josh. Why his name gotta be Josh? That's a cliche name. But anyway, Jack Quaid, he did good. He did good too. He plays himself in most of his movies. Just a quirky, geeky kid or whatever. He was like that on The Boys. He was like that on a few other movies and stuff like that. He acts himself, and that's good because I feel like he has like that stand out complex of his character where he can just be himself if the film and the script matches his character. Jason Bateman is like that. Samuel Jackson is like that. Denzel Washington is like that. The list goes on and on and on. And Jack Quaid matches his character persona just as much as his acting ability in this whole entire project. So when these characters meet and clash in a very loving way, this is where the movie unfolds when it comes to him bringing her to this getaway just so they can, just relive the environment in a way where she can be comfortable. And this is where I believe that this film was beginning to fall flat because I wanted to know more about their story. I wanted to know more about like their, their relationship, and just how she really feels towards Josh's character. And they explain why everything ended up being fast forward, why things had to end the way they ended. But after like the second, like in the second point of the film, we're already introduced to when things get bad. And I'm like, damn, I was beginning to like these two. I was beginning to like these, this couple. And the reason why it was a letdown is because they had so much build up with their characters. They had so much build up with their relationship. So by us having so much tension with both of them, especially when it comes to Iris's character, I wanted to see how things were going to play out when it came to them just having their the uphill like conversations, their little debates. How was she interacting when it comes to her like knowing right from wrong? And they explained a little bit of it, but not to the point where you actually understood the behaviors of just how they would deal with human activity. We get pushed most of this away towards when things get bad with her character, when someone gets murdered and all hell breaks loose. And of course they're gonna say that it was her that did it. And I'm gonna have to tell y'all right now, I haven't seen any trailers of Companion. I've seen like footages on social media, like shorts, and it was enough for me to get pulled in. So my wife and I watched this out of me thinking, oh damn, this is an Android movie, let's see this. You know what I'm saying? And thankfully I didn't see any trailers, because I've looked at the trailer while reviewing this film, and they spoiled a hell of a lot. They spoiled a hell of a lot. Things are gonna get bad when you watch the trailer. I'm like, holy shit, holy crap. So for those, the Companion been out for a while, so it's probably too late. But trailers that spoil shit like this is a flaw. Yeah, to prove this, Weapons had spoiled Benedict Wong's death by him being possessed, and then Companion end up spoiling Iris's synopsis of when things get bad. And it's like, you don't need to do that if you want people to watch the movie. You don't need to do that. I know ever since COVID, y'all been having a hard time having people watch movies in the theater. That's why things get streamed so quickly. But I feel as if you should rely on your own creativity. If you feel as if this is a good movie, I have to trust that critics will like this movie, and fans and people that's going to watch it. Movies are still successful. Movies are still good. It's just, creators and producers and directors, they don't trust their own material. And I kind of don't blame them, because Hollywood is falling flat on its ass when it comes to creativity. And the reason why I'm bashing on it is because majority of the trailer is spoiled by the second half of the project. So right when the bad shit happens, you already seen the whole entire film. You already seen how she gets out of this. You already seen who's trying to get her back into the situation. And above all, you can already guess. Like, has it ever happened to you before? When you watch the trailer and you already guessing how things are gonna happen. Like, this person may get this person out. This person may be in the Android too. This person may do this. This person may do that. And then when you watch the movie, you be like, you know what? That is exactly what happened. That's literally the trailer of Companion, and it ruined the whole thing. It really would, and thank God I've seen it before I end up seeing the trailer. Wrapping this movie up, though, I like the way it ended. A lot of people would disagree, and the reason why I like the way it ended is because of the fact it ended in a way of looking yourself in the mirror. You know how when people like to play victim of their own childish needs, and they like to blame people that has more of an upscale maturity level of just admitting right from wrong. And it's literally just looking at humans and just saying that, look, like, you are more inhuman than the machines that you're calling us monsters. And I feel as if like stuff like this is a good message giver to the people that is looking at the into projects like this. And I like that, because like movies like Metropolis and stuff like that, where they create these machines to rule and to to literally just get the dirty work done for them, but the real monsters are the creators. And these machines and these slaves are just trying to understand emotion. They're just trying to understand what's going on in front of them, while the people that's in charge of them is really just beating them with a hammer. And I like the Companion because of this. It's just, it would have been more strongly if we was more focused on the companionship of the two characters. Other than that, This movie was great. I loved Companion. I watched it 5 times. Can you blame me though? One with my wife, with my cousins. I'll watch it again just to refresh my memory. I'll try to watch it with one of my friends, and then now again so I can get the review out of the way. But yeah, you watch Companion. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, and let me know like what y'all flaws are, and if y'all can agree that trailers do fuck up movies, especially if it's trailers in Hollywood. I'm gonna have to give Companion a B. 3 down, 2 to go. Anyway, I'm knocking down these reviews like crazy, man. But anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Please stay tuned for upcoming reviews and videos headed your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher. And I hope you all